Rinpoche, last time you said that the relationship between a guru and a student is like getting married in a sense that...
But not literally getting married. Just giving it as an example.
Yes. So
don't get married to your guru. That won't work out.
So that is, you wanted to say that we have to trust each other very much, right?
No, what I'm saying is, the trust and then the procedure towards marriage. You see, the main important thing is the procedure. When you say, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person, then the first step you take is to make sure that the person is trustworthy. Make sure that the person is someone suitable.
Yes.
Make sure that the person is someone right.
Yes.
So that's what I meant by, it's like getting married.
Yes.
So before you get married, you need to be able to trust with that person to a point and be able to trust him, and, agree with him, with things, and someone who you can deep inside your heart trust a lot.
Yes, Rinpoche.
Yeah, the main word would be someone who's worth trusting to you.
Yes.
So that one you need to make sure before you get married. Because, if you rush into getting married, then, that person turns out to be someone who's not as you think and who's not really trustworthy. Then what happens? You have a fight, no?
Yes.
Then what happens? Then you break up, no?
Yes.
So same thing with guru devotion. If you just, find someone and then, so then you take him as guru. Then after that, what happens is you might see some faults in him, something that you may not agree. Then what happens is you start to criticize. Then, the guru devotion link, starts to break. Then Samaya starts to break. Then all kinds of problems start to arise, no?
Yes.
So the first thing we want to do is avoid that.
And then, Rinpoche, you also mentioned that one can have 3-4 gurus. So that is a little bit confusing, Rinpoche, because like you said, once you trust someone and the relationship is strong like a marriage, and then it's difficult to have 2, 3, 4 teachers when they sometimes...
No, it's not something that is necessary. I never said it was something necessary. I'm just saying it's an option.
I see.
Some people want to have 2, 3 gurus, they can. But like I said, no matter how many gurus you choose, before you choose the guru, you need to be certain that that person is someone trustworthy, someone who can really help you, someone who will really guide you and not take advantage of you, and so on and so forth, all of those things.
Yes.
That one you need to make sure.
Yes.
How many gurus you want, that's an option. No? There's no such thing as saying you need to have so much and so much guru. You can, some people, they follow one guru, and if the devotion is strong enough, then, that one guru can actually take you through the path.
I see. Rinpoche, is there time that 2 teachers gave you 2 different ways of dealing with
practicing?
Yeah.
Like I said.
So how do
that one you have to understand, okay?
Yes, Rinpoche.
I think I mentioned last time as well. There's 84,000 teachings of the Buddha.
Yes.
84,000, which means 84,000 different methods at the least.
Yes.
So, what method is applicable to you? What method makes sense to you? That one, other people cannot tell. Only you yourself can tell.
Yes, Rinpoche. But
for some people,
let's say
so
they tell
now
you. Yes, Rinpoche.
Now, if you have 2 teachers and then 2 guidelines, then you follow the one that actually helps you. Not necessarily you need to follow both. I mean, if you can follow both, you see, regarding practice, let's say getting rid of attachment, right? Like I said, you can try to practice of getting rid of attachment through compassion. You can practice getting rid of attachment through renunciation. You can practice getting rid of attachment through the view of emptiness.
Yes.
You can practice getting rid of attachment through the view of the Four Noble Truths. You can practice getting rid of attachment through the view of impermanence.
Yes.
These are all doable.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean if you practice through impermanence, then you cannot do through the view of emptiness. It's not like that.
No.
The more views you can practice it on, the stronger the result, no?
Yes, Rinpoche. But
so, if you can follow, then you follow both.
But Rinpoche, let's say...
And if you think that you cannot follow both, then, like I said, you follow the one that really makes sense to you, that really helps you.
And that you don't practice Samaya and you don't disobey your guru, Rinpoche? That's why I'm so worried. If my teacher told me to do this and I don't do it, so I'm in trouble, right?
Disobeying guru is a very harsh word for that. You see, when regarding practice, like I said, okay, the guru is not going to practice for you. So So what the guru will do is he will teach you the methods.
Yes, Rinpoche.
He may teach you one method, he may teach you two methods, he may teach you 10 methods, he may teach you 100 methods. Now, if you can practice all of that or not, that's in your hands, you know. And if you cannot, then you cannot. What more can you do than that? There's nothing to be sad about. There's nothing to be ashamed of. That's reality, no?
I see. Oh, thank you, Rinpoche, because I am always worried that if my guru told me, do this, and I don't do it, I'm so worried that I break the Samaya or don't do it.
It's mentioned in the texts that there are certain things that you can actually confront the guru with. Like if you see something wrong in the guru, then you are allowed to ask question as well. Like how come? Because, like logic and reasoning is the method of practice, one of the main things. Okay, logic and reasoning is one of the main methods that you use to subdue your mind.
Yes, Rinpoche. But I think...
You think what?
I was thinking that there was a very simple situation that I faced with, and I got two directions from two teachers. They're not my gurus. They just try to help me. But I already feel like, oh my goodness, if I don't turn right, because this person told me to turn right and the other person told me to turn left. And I feel like, oh my God, if I don't do the right thing.
First one thing is you shouldn't go asking for directions to 4 different people.
They voluntarily gave you, Rinpoche. They voluntarily gave you. They knew you are lost, so you didn't ask, but they give it to you.
Yeah, that's called suggestion. Suggestion means you can take into consideration. Doesn't mean you have to do.
I see. Yes, Rinpoche.
Now, the main thing about guru and going against the guru, now most of those are related with Samaya practices. Now, for example, let's say you took higher yoga tantra under one guru. So, okay, now you have to do the 6-session guru yoga every day. This is the Samaya.
Yes.
So before you do the initiation, you have to think about it, whether you will be able to do it. Now, after doing the initiation, whatever, then you have to do it. It's either you have to do it or you have to go into an extensive long retreat. So these are the options. Now, then if you don't do it, now that there is breaking Samaya and so on and so forth. Now, these things do come into play in those kinds of situations.
Yes.
But when it's advice and guidelines and all of that, it's all up to you, whether you choose to take it or not, or if it's logical to you, or if we can help you or not. It's all in your hands. Some people teach emptiness for 10-20 days. It doesn't make sense. So then they might as well practice something that makes more sense to them, like compassion.
Yes. Oh, wonderful. This helps a lot to the people who just entered Tantra. And there are so many rules and so many things that we have to follow. And it's pretty confusing, Rinpoche.
Yes, so before you enter, you need to make sure that your mind is ready. Reasons why it's called Sangha. Sangha is secret. Yes. A secret practice.
Yes, Rinpoche.
A lot of people, they just enter it because out of curiosity, out of that, out of this, they think, by practicing it, they can gain something out of it. For many different reasons, they just enter it.
Yes.
And then they get completely lost in the middle.
Yes,
so then, instead of helping, it actually harms them more than it helping them.
I was the reverse. Rinpoche, I met so many high lamas, and each time there is an initiation, I run away. I was scared that I won't be able...
No, it's not about being scared. It's about being ready or not. If you are not ready, I think better not take.
Yes.
That's what I would say.
Yes, Rinpoche. And it's difficult to find out all of the things to make sure we are ready or not. So that's why when the guru came to tell you should take it, then you feel like you're obligated to take it. That was my case, Rinpoche. And once I took it, then I feel, okay, this is not like I imagined or friends told me. It's completely different. So for someone who don't have a lot of connection with Tantra and seeing other people practicing it and see other people advancing on the path, they see the difference in that person.
Tantric practice, you need to know that regarding practice, it's very hard to see if a person has actually, gained, because practice is more to do with the mind. it doesn't mean if you practice your body is going to become better looking and you're becoming more radiant. It's not like that.
No. Yeah. They behave better. Yes.
Practice is inside the mindset, no? And unless you have the ability to read someone's mind, you won't be able to tell on what kind of level practice they have reached. It's very hard to tell.
Yes.
I mean, there's also some people who go around bragging about the practice. That's also an issue. If you start coming out and saying, oh, my practice, I have done this and I've done this and I'm so good at that, I'm so good at this, then that's actually the opposite of someone who's a practitioner. No?
Yes.
A practitioner normally doesn't do that.
Yeah. Rinpoche, sometimes we look at someone, we know that person for like years. And we haven't seen each other for years. And when you see them, you see they are different. Their behaviors are completely more in control, calmer, and nicer, and more flexible. You see the difference in the person. And you find out that they do practice Dharma.
Like I said, if taming your mind, there's a lot of different methods.
Yes.
One of the easiest, they call it the easiest, but I'm not so sure. One of the easiest and the fastest method is Tantra, they say,
Yes.
But it's
easiest?
No, I mean the fastest, one of the fastest methods. Yes. So one of the fastest methods is Tantra.
Yeah.
How easy a practice is and is not depends on your mind. Doesn't depend on the practice actually.
Yes.
If your mind is not ready, then even if you enter Tantra, you might even take longer than other people.
Yes.
It's not like that.
I see. My listeners, most of my listeners from my radio station are very far away from what is Tibetan Buddhism, what is Tantra, things like that. I ask all of these questions on behalf of my listeners and to help them, Rinpoche, to understand that.
I hope it helps.
Very much so, Rinpoche, and thank you so much, Rinpoche.
But I think if most of them are basics, then I think Tantra should be a top. I think more important, to concentrate on the basis, the basics of what Buddhism is built upon.
Yes.
So I think these are more important than what Tantra is and what Tantra can do, and all of this can come later on.
I see.
No rush.
Yes, Rinpoche. Yes. Thank you so much, Rinpoche. So this ended the question that you asked about marrying your guru. And also a little bit about Tantra. And you heard CHAROK LAMA SHERPA Rinpoche saying that the main thing is to focus on the basics of Buddhism. And that for sure can lead you to the right advanced path. We hope you are happy with the answers. And thank you again for your questions and feedback and for your continued patronage. We wish you a wonderful day and a happy life. Thank you. Bye-bye.